Hello, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, and I'm playing a bluesy folk fingerstyle old school classic called Freight Train, which I was introduced to by a student some years ago now, and I've loved it. I've included it in my syllabus when I teach fingerstyle ever since, and I think you'll enjoy this as well. As you can hear at the beginning, it's really catchy. If this is your bag, you know, fingerstyle, and you like blues as well, then this just marries the two so well. And it's a short little tune as well, so I should be able to I'll get through the whole song in the lesson. This lesson does have tab as well, so that you can follow along. It's a really, really good way to learn. So you can just call up the tab by signing up for free to the student area of my website. I've included a link to my website at the top of the video here where you can go along there, and also I've included a link in the video description which takes you to a direct link to the student area so you can sign up. Just takes a name and an email address. It's completely free and I will never charge. And then you can have the tab as well. So let's have a look at this awesome little fingerstyle song. So I'm going to take this through with you one bar at a time. These are the first 4 bars. Try to avoid any buzzing. Okay, so you're actually going to start on a C chord. Index finger on the 1st fret on the B, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the G, on the A, and you're going to, if you don't know the names of the strings, Eddie 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. Okay, but what you're going to do with your C to make it that little bit different is you're going to put your pinky down on the 3rd fret on the thinnest string, like so. Okay, so that's actually going to be your first chord. Now the finger picking rule is pretty darn important on this one. So you're going to be thumb on the A string, ring finger on the thinnest string, and you're going to pinch A and E string at the beginning. The finger picking rule is thumb, thumb, thumb on the E, A and D string, index finger on the G, middle finger on the B, ring finger on the E. You're then going to go index, middle, keeping your chord held down the whole time, okay? Back to thumb on the A string, then lift up the pinky, so you've got a 0, and play that, and then index. So it's... Okay, now, little finger is going to move from where it was, obviously it's lifted up at the minute, but it's going to go to the 3rd fret on the B string, cancelling out the index finger, but leave your index there, because we're going to be coming back to it quite quickly. Okay, and we're going to pinch that thumb and middle this time. Then thumb on the D string, index finger, so it's then thumb, middle, then lift up the pinky this time, okay, so it's thumb back to the A string, then lift up pinky, then thumb on the D, so it's, notice my pinky lifting up there, then bring the ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the thickest string. Don't really need anything else for the time being. Make sure that pinky's ready to hold down the 3rd fret on the thinnest. Pinching thumb and middle, thumb on the D, index on the G, thumb back on the thickest, then pinky put down on the 3rd fret at the same time as this, and play that, then thumb on the D string. So I'll do that bar for you again. Okay, 4th bar, and then I'll put it all together for you from the beginning. Leave the ring finger there, put your index finger on the 1st fret on the E string to make an F, which actually makes a G7 chord. We're going to pinch thumb and ring, top and bottom strings. Then lift up everything, open on the A string, 1st fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the A string, using the right fingers, index and middle. So let's just do that bar again. You can hear the rhythm's different there, it goes into crotchets. So we're going to go from the beginning of the song, I'll do it nice and slowly. Okay, we're then going to bring the ring finger back onto the 3rd fret on the thicker string, pinky also on the 3rd fret on the string below. And we're going to pinch top and bottom, then thumb on the D, index, same as before, then thumb back on the thickest string, then index finger on the first fret on the B, on the E, sorry, then thumb on the D. So it's, then lift up everything, pinching top and bottom strings, sorry, lift up everything apart from the ring finger on the third fret, thumb on the D, index, might be seeing a pattern there, thumb on the thickest string, middle, and then this time with this middle, don't play it open like I just did, put your pinky on the third fret on the B string, and then thumb on the D. So that bar is, you can't really see my pinky, it's being obscured here, but it is going down on that third fret on the B string. We're then going to go back to a C chord. Pinch it regular, thumb and middle finger for the pinch, thumb on the D, index. So we always do that after a pinch. There is actually a pattern to this, which is this. So it's based on Travis picking in a way. So thumb and middle, thumb on the D string, index, thumb, then pinky back on that third fret, then thumb on the second fret on the D. Okay, so that bar is, then lift up everything apart from the ring finger, pinch thumb and ring on the bottom with the right hand, then open on the D, first fret on the D, second. So the last time we had something like that was like this, but it's then just happening on the C chord. So I'll do those 4 bars now, nice and slowly. Okay, and I'll put together everything that we've learned so far. I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Okay, if ever you're finding any buzzing or any muted strings, then it's probably the fingers on your right hand. Just always try to push your wrist forward, fingers on their tips, joints unlocked, not like this, unlocked, and thumb a little bit further around the back you'll find helps to push your wrist forward. Give all those tips a try. Okay, halfway, here we go with the next bar. So we're going to put our index finger on the first fret on the G string. And one little note on this, keeping off the bottom string when you're making this chord can be challenging. Occasionally you get this. Okay, so just make sure that that finger is bridged. That's what I was finding when I was playing it. Thumb and ring finger for the initial pinch on open strings. Then index on that one, then middle, then thumb on the thickest. Then bring your middle finger underneath on the one, so you're holding down 2 ones on the G and the B. Play that with the ring finger and index on the original one. That's one way of doing it, or you can do it like this. Do a bar. It's up to you, okay? I've been doing both. It's entirely up to you. You're then going to go back, so that's that bar done. You're then going to go back to a pinch on top and bottom strings, leaving this one here, whatever happens, and then second fret on the D string, thumb on that 2, index, thumb on thickest, pinky on the third fret on the B, then playing thumb on that 2 again. So I'll do that bar for you. Okay, now into the most challenging part in the song if you're a beginner. Make an F major 7, which is first fret on the B, second fret on the D, third fret on the G, on the D, sorry, second fret on the G, third fret on the D. Bring your thumb over the top to hold down the first fret on the thickest string. And I want you to pinch that chord, thumb and middle, then thumb going down to the D string, then index on the 2, then back to thumb on the thickest, pinky down on the third fret on the B, whilst holding the rest of the chord down, playing that, and then thumb. So that bar is. Then to the next bar, leave the thumb over, do the same pinch, then the same thumb, index, thumb. In fact, it's the same bar of music. So you're doing that twice. Okay, so those last 4 bars are played like this. thumb over. That will take practice. Then C chord, okay? Just a regular C, pinching thumb and ring finger. Thumb on the D, like before, index, believe it or not, yep, on the open G string, then thumb back to the thickest, to the A string, middle, then thumb on the D. So it's bring the ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the thickest string, pinching thumb and middle finger, skipping thumb down to the D, then index, all on open strings. Then middle finger, hold down the 2nd fret on the G string, so you're making an A, and I want you to pinch that with thumb and index. Okay? Then middle finger on the open B string, and then lift up the middle finger. Sorry, you can leave the middle finger there, and then play thumb on the D. So that bar goes. And then finally, back to C, doing the same, more or less same bar as before. So pinching thumb and middle, the bar previous actually. Pinching thumb and middle, thumb on the D, open on the G string, then bring your ring finger up so you're holding down the 3rd fret. Leave this C shape held down though, it's quite important for keeping it fluid. And bring the ring up here, then middle, which is already holding down this one, then thumb on the D, index on the D, sorry, thumb on the D string, then index. So that bar is, and then finish on a strummed C. Okay, so I'm now going to put together that line, and then I'm going to play the last 2 lines that we've got, that we just did. I just played 1 wrong note there. And now let's play the last 8 bars that we've just learned.